Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about Puffins cereal. Finally. I feel kind of bad that I've had this cereal channel for over 3 years now, and I've never made a video about this classic and popular cereal. Maybe I just overlooked it because it's not from one of the major cereal companies. Although, that might not even be true anymore, which I'll get to in a second. But first, the origins. Puffin cereal first hit shelves back in 1995, which is way earlier than I thought. This stuff didn't really hit my radar until the last 10 years or so. But the company that produces it, Barbara's Bakery, has existed since 1971. It was started and founded by 17-year-old Barbara Jaffe, who opened a small natural bakery in Northern California. It started as just that, a bakery for baking bread. But it grew into a bigger operation and wholesale business that now sells cookies, granolas, cereals, and even cheese puffs. Now, I'm not 100% sure on their cereal timeline. I just know that in 1995, they released this oat and corn puff cereal with a light molasses coating and named them Puffins based on the suggestion of an employee who fell in love with puffins on a trip to Alaska. So what are puffins exactly? Well, they're adorable little seabirds. There are a few different species and they're found in different parts of the world, but Puffin cereal pairs with the Audubon Society Project Puffin, which is a conservation program to restore the puffin population off the coast of Maine here in the US. So when you buy Puffin cereal, you're actually helping a good cause. You can also go to projectpuffin.org if you'd like to donate and help. Also, if you'd like to watch live cams of cute little puffins, you can head over to explore.org/puffins. They have a cam set up there that overlooks Loafing Ledge, which is on Seal Island off the coast of Maine. It's a prime spot to see puffins, though I think they've currently left Seal Island for the winter. You can still watch old clips of them though if you want to see these adorable little creatures in action. Lastly, if you're unfamiliar with puffins, you might think they resemble penguins, but on the back of this puffin cereal box, they help tell you the difference between the two birds. So as you can see, puffins can fly, penguins cannot. Puffins are only about a foot tall, whereas penguins can be up to 4 feet tall. Puffins have colorful flat bills, penguins have stout beaks. Puffins nest in underground burrows and live in the far northern oceans, whereas penguins mostly nest on the surface and mostly live in southern oceans. Okay, I think I've given you enough information to digest, but one last thing before we get to the cereal, and that's ownership. See, Barbara's Bakery was sold to Weetabix, a big UK cereal manufacturer, back in 1986 and moved the company from California to Massachusetts. And earlier this year, Weetabix was bought by Post Holdings. Now that doesn't necessarily mean anything for the Puffins brand. It's just another example of how corporate monopolies are becoming more and more commonplace in all industries here in the US. We really need to re-examine our antitrust laws in this country. But now's not the time to get into that. We got cereal to eat. So as I mentioned before, the cereal is corn and oat based crunchy puffs, sweetened with cane sugar and a light molasses coating. Some people have likened it to a healthier Captain Crunch, but to those people I say, pump your brakes, let's not get carried away. This is a darn good cereal, but it's no Captain Crunch. For one thing, the pieces of this cereal are really big. In fact, it's like the one drawback of this cereal for me. If the pieces were like 50% smaller, this would be one of my favorites. But as it is, well, here, let's take a look. So here's what a bowl of original Puffin cereal looks like. You can see the large pieces here. This might be blasphemous to some, but I actually like to crush this cereal up a little bit before adding milk. Hit them with some milk. I forget how good this cereal actually is. It's not too sweet, it's got a great molasses flavor to it. It's pretty awesome. And if you're not a fan of this original Puffin cereal, well, don't worry, because with 8 versions currently on shelves, you're sure to find something that suits your tastes. You ready to run through all the varieties? Alright, well first up is multi-grains Puffins. This one is pretty much the same as original Puffins, but just with the addition of brown rice flour. The tastes are pretty similar. Next up is honey rice Puffins. This version doesn't have oat or corn flour, it's just brown rice flour and a sweetened honey coating. I really like this version. Then there's cinnamon Puffins, which is just like the original, but with cinnamon flavor baked into the puffs and a light cinnamon dusting on the pieces. One of the more popular versions is peanut butter Puffins here. People really love the flavor of this one. It uses real peanut butter and has the perfect balance of sweet and salty. Also, this box is slightly wider than the other Puffins boxes. Maybe they just have to make room for the large peanut butter flavor. And if you like chocolate with your peanut butter, they got you covered with this peanut butter and chocolate Puffins. This one's kind of like a healthier version of Reese's Puffs or that new chocolate and peanut butter Cheerios. The chocolate flavor in this cereal is pretty mild. And this one you might not find on shelves anymore because it's only released for a limited time in the fall. Pumpkin Puffins. The ingredients include real pumpkin, so you know this stuff is legit. I really love this version. I wish they kept this around all year. And lastly, this Protein Berry Blast Puffins is a new flavor you should start seeing on shelves soon. Wow, that was a tongue twister. This stuff includes raspberry and blueberry powder and some pea protein concentrate, which is what bumps this cereal up to 6 grams of protein per serving. Instead of showing you bowls of all these varieties, let's look at them all at once compared to each other. You can see the difference in coloring for them. I think you could identify each version just by look. And all these flavors are great, but what I love is that since it's the same cereal with just different flavors, you can mix and match them to make your own combo. For example, I can take the new Berry Blast flavor and mix them with the peanut butter one to create a peanut butter and jelly puffin cereal. Though again, the cereal pieces are a little too big to really get a good mix on your spoon each time. But you could also take chocolate puffins from the peanut butter and chocolate version and mix them with the pumpkin version to make a delicious pumpkin pie with a chocolate crust cereal. Or you can mix honey rice and cinnamon, or berry blast and chocolate, whatever your heart desires. Go nuts. Clearly Puffins is a successful and popular cereal, or they wouldn't keep making new varieties. So what flavor would you like to see next? Now let's just hope that Post doesn't try to take control of the brand and ruin it like they've ruined so many other classic cereals over the years. Alright, that's gonna do it for Puffin cereal. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, stay crunchy. Oh, look at that little fella, he's so cute.